Marty, Terence Crawford defeats Errol Spence by, by ninth round TKO.
Here we go again, YSM. Your comment section gonna grind me up. Come on.
He defeats Errol Spence by ninth round TKO.
Yes, he did.
Right?
Yes, he did. Mm-hmm.
Effectively, Terence Crawford and his representation negotiated a better split.
Yep.
He negotiated to come out last.
Yep.
With the coin flip.
Yep.
And he had Errol Spence fighting on a 15-month layoff when he had just fought.
Yep.
Do you owe Terence Crawford an apology?
No. I owe Terence Crawford an applause. I don't owe Terence Crawford an apology. I owe him an applause, a round of applause. You want to know why? Because Terence Bud Crawford did everything that manager Marty told him to do. And what I told him to do, the first thing was to do what? Humble himself and go get representation. And he did that. And guess what happened after Terence Crawford got the representation? And I hate to say this because I like Spence too, but they swindled Spence and they basically got him out of his position because he was the A side in this fight, going into this fight, and Terence Crawford was the B side. But they used the fact that he was so emotionally attached to being undisputed and wanting to fight Bud so much that he was just willing to just empty his pockets up. And they actually strong-armed him with no hammer. They stronged on him and they made him run his pockets. And that's what you're supposed to do when you have good representation. And so Terence Crawford and his representation did an excellent job.
Now,
excellent job.
Errol Spence kind of went against his representation's advice.
He did.
Gave Crawford a bigger split, waited for Crawford, acquiesced in certain situations that Bud has showed you that he's not willing to acquiesce to.
Nope.
So not only did he win the fight in spectacular fashion,
Yep.
did he win the negotiations, Mark?
He won the negotiations outside of the ring before the fight even happened. Before a punch was even thrown or landed, Terence Crawford won in the negotiations. This reminds me of Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels, if any of you are wrestling fans. Bret Hart goes to Shawn Michaels. His words are not mine. I saw the documentary this many years ago. And he told Shawn Michaels before they wrestled, I am willing to be professional and do everything that you want me to do in this fight, and I will never hurt you. I will never get in this ring because we have a personal issue and basically not give you the respect that you are owed. I won't do that. And Shawn Michaels' response to Bret Hart was, I'm not willing to do the same thing for you. And we saw what happened when they did get in the ring. Obviously, they call it the Montreal screw drop. And that's really what happened before they even fought, Spence and Crawford.
So is this the Las Vegas screw job?
This is the Las Vegas and the Nebraska screw job because all Terence Crawford did was use his mouthpiece. Now go back and look at Terence Crawford's words in November of 2022 on his IG Live. He said, I get to talk to the big wigs myself. I get to go and sit at the table with these higher individuals. That's his words, not mine. But when he humbled himself and he got the mouthpiece to go in there and help swindle the representation of Spence, and guess what? It wasn't even that Spence representation is not good. We know Al Heyman and all them guys over there are good. But what happened is, like you said, Errol Spence did not listen to his own representation. And guess what? Crawford and his representation, they capitalize off of that. That's good business. So we got to give an applause to Crawford, not an apology. The man did everything I asked him to do. Why would I need to apologize to him when I was right the whole time?
You've been kind of critical. Like you are Terence Crawford fans, public enemy number one. I'm like four for some reason because I have boots on here all the time. They don't like me.
Yeah. I'm public enemy number one because the fans don't understand the business. And the reason why I was so critical on Crawford, they took it as I'm hating on him, it's because I actually like the guy. See, when you don't like somebody, you don't invest your time in them. You don't give them advice. I like Crawford, and that's why I was giving him advice, because he wasn't humbling himself. And when he did that, and watch this, let me go bring it back around full speed. Not only did Terence Crawford do the things that manager Marty told him to do in the negotiations, guess what else Terence Bud Crawford did? He came out literally a week or two ago, and he actually was repeating some of the same things that I've been saying about the business, on the reason why I'm in the business. And they basically contradict everything Rich Glacier was saying. Go back and listen to Crawford now that he's been exposed to the other side of the business, Terence Crawford.